Hello there. Come here, little friend. These are the Halloween safety tips you're looking for. What? Obi-Wan Kenobi? What do you mean it sounds like John Lennon? Halloween is right around the corner, and no place in the world does Halloween quite like Kahnawake. The streets fill up with all manner of scary ghosts, killer clowns, popular movie characters, and big ol' orange jack-o'-lanterns. It's also a day that presents many dangers that could turn your fun night into a nightmare. But don't worry, we got your back with these tips to make sure Halloween is full of fake blood rather than the real stuff. Like any elite athlete, elite trick-or-treaters need to prepare for the big day. Now that doesn't mean kids busting out bicep curls so they can lift heavier bags. No, for the adults, that means making sure that your property is well lit and free of hazards that trick-or-treaters could hurt themselves on, especially open flame. A candle in a jack-o'-lantern can be a fire hazard to any superheroes, mummies, or any other spooky entities that come knocking that night. Remember that we're still observing safety measures in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic, so efforts should be made to maintain social distancing and hand hygiene. For the youth, preparation means having a plotted out route as well as a phone for any potential emergencies. Children that are old enough to trick-or-treat without parental supervision should travel in a group with friends. And remember kids, stay with your group and watch each other's backs. Don't approach any unknown persons or vehicles, and only trick-or-treat at houses that you're familiar with and have their lights on. The crucial element to Halloween is the costume. The most important thing when considering your costume is visibility. The prime trick-or-treating hours start when the sun goes down, and adding reflective tape or safety lights to a costume is the best way to be seen by motorists. Remember a couple of seconds ago when we talked about fire hazards? While costumes with long skirts or capes or costumes that are too big can be dangerous around candles or other type of open flame, the majority of costumes and accessories such as beards or wigs or wings or tails or whatever are usually made out of nylon or heavyweight polyester and can be quite flammable. Some costumes may be labeled as fire resistant, but remember, resistant doesn't mean fireproof. Consider using makeup or face paint instead of masks. Masks that are too big could interfere with your child's vision or breathing.
Yeah.
Before using face paint though, make sure to do a small patch test on your child to see if they're allergic to anything that's in the cosmetic. Even products labeled as hypoallergenic can still cause an allergic reaction. If you do choose a mask, make sure it fits properly and allows them to see and breathe easily. Choose costumes that fit well and can be worn over warm clothing to protect your child against cold and wet weather. And if you're one of those older teenagers that only wears a mask with regular street clothes, try putting in a little more effort, okay? No. After all the candy has been given out and all the ghosts and goblins are gone for another year, all that's left are a bunch of sugared up children. But before the little darlings tear into their haul, parents need to carefully inspect the candy to ensure that it is safe. Tell your children not to accept and especially not to eat anything that isn't commercially wrapped. Have dinner with your kids before they go out so they aren't tempted too much to eat while they're trick-or-treating. Throw away anything that's homemade and check all commercially wrapped treats for small holes in the wrappers. And throw out anything that's torn, unwrapped, or in loose packaging. Be cautious before giving treats that could potentially be choking hazards like chewy candies, or gum, or hard candies, or lollipops. Parents with children who have allergies especially have to be careful around Halloween. A good rule of thumb, when in doubt, throw it out. Following these simple tips will help keep you safe out there as you build your candy empire. Thanks for watching Just the Facts. I'm Zachary. Happy Halloween!